Hello everybody, welcome to Front-End Web Development subject. In this video, we'll start with the Unit 1. Unit 1 deals with HTML5, CSS and Bootstrap. To start with, we'll begin with HTML5, basics of HTML5 and the lists. I believe that by now you have some basic idea around what HTML is and why are we learning HTML. Before we actually dive into writing code, and learning more on HTML, first thing that we would need is environment for the same. By environment, I simply mean that we need a text editor where we can write the code and save it into files and able to open and run them. All that we need is a browser and the text editor. The text editor that we will be using for the complete subject is VS Code. I have already installed my VS Code and I'm ready with it. I believe you do have the VS Code. And the browser I would be using is Google Chrome. Let's begin with HTML page structure. Like HTML is a page, it has a structure in it where it has a parent and its child. To talk about it, let me go to the Chrome. Like this is a home page of an google.com. Whenever you look at into that, let me go likewise. Do you see this? You will notice here there's some title over here. There's some Gmail, images, and apps over here. And the main core part of this page would be like Google image and the search engine. And you'd be seeing a buttons over here. And these are all called the page here. Like these are what something we would like to render on the page. The bound, you'll be seeing about advertising, business, privacy, terms and settings, which we call as an header. By and large, I can categorize this into the three things. One is the header part where I have the Gmail images and the apps. The body part, the other one, this is another section where the core logic is happening. And we have the third part as in footer part. To show up this, here we have an, let me write up the new file. Let me write my website.html. Start with it. Let me zoom in it, right? So here you go. I have got the boilerplate of HTML file. And like the first one always talks about what type of an HTML you are trying to use, the which version. We are using HTML5 version, please. Doc type HTML5. If you do not mention this, as we are using the modern browsers, it internally converts this file into an HTML file. Now there is an head part and the body part in it. Whatever you do write in body part comes as in the main page. Whatever you write in the head part or all the supporting thing in it, it all called as in metadata. Metadata, like data about the data, where you'll be talking about title of your page. Let me try to write the title as in my website, and who is an author of it, what deals with it, what is a SEO, how to find out your page is on online, all comes under this part, please. We'll be talking more about what do you mean by viewport in an CSS topic. We'll be and the characters that I'm trying to allow is UTF-8. Let's try to write. Let us try to create what we see on the Google page. Header part, then main content part. We'll be often calling that as in section. These are few HTML5 elements, please. And the third part we looked at is an footer part. Right? Let me write here. The header part, I would like to write a simple text like welcome to my website. Footer part we'll be adding soon. Let me call this as an footer. The section part, I would like to render something um, simple data as of now. The section which may have the subsections as well, or else you can have the multiple sections as well, right? Let me have the multiple sections where I would be rendering much about it, more data on it. So the first one, the first section, I would like to write another part into that which we call as an article. Now, like let me rewrite this article. Let me write something in it. My article, I would like to write something about anything. It's up to you, anything. Let me write Lauren, something like we'll be getting some random text. And let me have an header part in it, something H3. Let me call as in section 1, right? Let us look at this, go live to see that. Here you go, right? This is my header part. This is my section. Under section, I have H2 and also the content in it, which are defined under article. Likewise, you can have the multiple articles, please. In the second section, I'll be writing more data. Before that, let's check out our page over here. You need see that we have in HTML the head part and the body part. Here we have the plain data H2 and the P, whereas we have written like sections HTML5 parts. Like HTML4 and the HTML5, there is a small differences. In HTML4, we'll be using the divisions to differentiate what is an header, what is an other article you would be writing, what is a nav menu, all of them. Whereas HTML5 predefinedly coming within those tags itself. It's a more readable and it is also SEO friendly. Let's go ahead more. Basically, HTML5 elements are we call as in semantic HTML because we name itself will try to tell us clearly, describes their meaning in a human and machine readable way. This is the major differences, please. Have a look at it. Like div, div is a partition, div tag is a partition where we'll be differentiating the what section comes under what, whereas we'll be using in semantic elements like within proper names for them. Header part, section, articles, figure, image, likewise. There are many semantic tags. Do not restrict yourself. There are, please click on this link. I'll be sharing with you in the PDF. There you go. There are many HTML5 elements. Please get a chance, look at them. Explore few of them, please. Please feel free to explore them. Let's come back. Let me try to pick up the another type of an tags we call as in lists. Basically, lists are three types: ordered list, unordered list, and description list. We'll talk about them in a minute. We'll experiment that. Like the lists, let me talk like a H3 tag, an ordered list. An ordered list I'll be talking. We'll be having under the article, let me have something. I would like to list upon a few things where what are the technologies you'd be doing. For example, you can convert this site into your personal site, your portfolio site, and you can write your own technologies what you are good at. So let me write something like for unordered list always begins with an UL tag, please. U stands for unordered, L stands for list. Under this, we'll be writing list items. Li stands for list items. So let me write something like Java. Let me have more on it. Let me have three as of now. Java, web development, and let me write JavaScript. Save the file. look at the browser. Here you go. How do you know what you notice here? You'll be noticing here the three dots, please. It has been rendered using dots, bullets, right? On the similar note, under the third section, let me write another one. S3 ordered list. Ordered lists are defined by using tag called OL, ordered lists. And the list items is remain same, li. Let me try to write something like ABC. Let me list something. ABC, 3 more, XYZ, PQR. Let us look at it. Do you see that? It has been ordered list is been ordered with number called 1, 2, 3. If you're not liking 1, 2, 3, if you would like to start with some other things, we can use the attributes for them. Let us try few of it. Here I would like to start with an uppercase Roman numbers 1, 2, 3. Type equals I, and I would like to start with 1. So let's check it out. Reload the page. Do you see that? If you would like to check the other way, ABC and start with an 1, or let me change the number. Start with an 4. That means D. We are starting with an D. These are the important attributes, please. Look at that. Do you see that? D, E, F. There is another type of an lists called section. Let me write third type S3 description list. Like description list by name itself, it is trying to let us know it is in the format of an DL. And what is the type of it? DL stands for description list. What is the title for that? DT. And let me write the title. Let me write the title like I would like to get, I would like to have a coffee. And what is the data regarding that? DD. We'll be calling with DD, data description. Will be served, for example, you are going for a restaurant, they'll write this, will be served hot and cold. Let me have one more. This time, let me have soft drink. Will be served only cold. Will be served chilled. Let's look at it, how it is looking at. You do you see that? Then title, this is a description for it. It's a title, this is a description. There you go. Third type, description list. Thank you. That is all for this video.